And I'll show you the man I wanna be. Give my whole life belong to you. Thanks a lot.
Land's at?
Yes, the land's at Hillside Farm. So it used to be just Hillside Farms, and then about 4 years ago it became a nonprofit entity, and so we created this new name, the land's at Hillside Farms, just to draw some sort of distinction but still honor the traditional family farm that it was.
Right.
And so now education is a big part of the mission, so we frequently have school groups here, and that's a large part of what I do, just taking kids around, showing them. I mean, having kids just yank a carrot out is a really powerful thing where they just see, you know, the look on their eyes where that comes from, and then seeing the cow and just going through this whole explanation.
What's a Holstein?
Holstein.
Holstein?
Holstein is a breed of cow. Yeah. So when you see like the black and white cow,
right.
like that's like there's people that think of this as a traditional dairy cow. That's the Holstein breed. Yeah. So there's a Holstein right here. We have mostly Jerseys, which are a little bit smaller, so they don't quite produce as much milk. But since we are putting them out to pasture and they're getting moved around a lot, they're a little bit more manageable because they're not quite so big. But I just read about the study too that I guess there's like some kind of like fake Nobel Prize thing or whatever, and they just found that like when the cows are named, and obviously that's just a small part of it, you know, it means they're being treated well too and kind of like treated as family, but their milk production goes up.
If they have a name?
If they have a name.
They don't know their names, do they?
I don't think so.
A little bit. Nope, no clue.
We have permission to close this road down right here for 7 minutes, and so most of the pastures on this side, so they, you know, it's funny, you put the line across and all the traffic has to stop and the cows go across the road and up there and just kind of, you know, rotating around different pastures on this side. You call that a pig pile. I guess, I mean, maybe you can't consider two a pile, but
I don't know.
They do pile, you know. Hello, come on up.
They really want to get their picture taken. Oh, look at him.
So this is Heather.
Look at this.
She does a little lip thing sometimes if you hit her in the right spot here. There it goes, there it goes. You see it?
He knows.
Feels good.
So this is Heather. No, you could give her a scratch. Probably right here would be a nice spot to scratch her.
You do know.
She's an alpine goat. And these are that's her kid, Honey. So she's a dairy goat. So you know what we get from her?
Milk?
Milk, right. And if you look underneath, it gives you a good view. You can see where the milk gets stored. The cows are, you know, usually milked before any school group would get here. Yeah. And then they're out to pasture all day. But the goats are in their little area here, so I could do a hand milking demonstration and let the kids feel the bucket, how it's warm when it first comes out, and then just, you know, use that to launch into the discussion about, you know, basically just where our food comes from and just trying to create that sort of awareness for these kids who are coming from an urban setting and even some from a rural setting.
Does anything make it mad?
I think the one sheep makes her a little bit mad. Jacob. That's a sheep. Yep, it's a Jacob the Jacob sheep. And the white sheep are Dorsets. So the goats and sheep work good together because goats are browsers, which mean that they like to eat things up high. So they'll eat the really tall weeds, or they'll climb up on the tree and eat the branches, the leaves off the branches. And the sheep are grazers, so they eat everything really low. So before we moved the sheep out here, all the grass was really high, and now it looks pretty nice out here.
They're nature's lawnmower.
That's right.
Are those poop? That little.
Yep, those are little poops.
Ew.
Yeah.
Is this a private tractor ride?
It might be.
Awesome.
Like a limo. We're like hip-hop artists.
You guys excited? Is this the first tractor ride of the tour?
This is my first hayride ever. I've never been on a hayride.
Ever?
Yeah, ever.
And have you been on one?
I have been on. Well, if you count, you know, picking up hay bales and throwing it on the hay wagon and hanging on for a little. Okay, well then, I don't know if I've ever taken a leisurely tractor ride.
And what is our chauffeur's name?
That's Moonshine. Moonshine's the DJ of a local country station.
Moonshine!
Moonshine! Pretty loud up there next to the, end.
I suppose so.
Moonshine's taking us up into one of the pastures up here.
Yeah.
We should get a nice overhead of the farm.
Excellent.
There's the goats.
This is where the cows spend their day?
Yep.
So you march them all the way up the hill?
Yeah, they cross the road over there, and then, you know, sometimes they're where the cars are parked, where they'll come down this lane here and, you know, catch different areas at different times and just keeping them moving.
Wow.
Moving on fresh grass.
So wait, let me get this straight. Every day, the cows leave the barn, cross the street, walk all the way up the street, and then graze here. And then every day you get like your dog to round them all up.
I think someone comes out and calls them.
Yeah.
And they kind of, they seem to get into a little routine where they know when it's time. But you come up there, and once you get the lead cow going,
yeah, the rest will follow.
Yeah.
Have you heard about PETA protesting the round bales?
No.
Yeah, they said the animals can't get a square meal anymore. Sorry, I had
to. Does that hurt?
No, it's alright. It's alright. Does it take long? Yeah, let me put it on my head. Hello! Hello, people at home.
I'm pretty sure you hold the road by the blade. Yeah, I would. Zach would come up. Yeah, I would ride like this. This way. Oh! Ah, you figured out how to get that down.
It's in my hand.
You overshot it a little bit.
Let's turn native in here.
Oh! 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 You got to stick in something. Oh!
Put a target on there. I'll take your shirt. How do you feel?
I mean, I feel pretty proud.
Really?
Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I'm Mark, and it's my wife Chris. We're from the Poconos.
Ah, cool.
Yeah.
What brings you up here?
You guys.
All right.
With constantly comparing you to me yields anything at all. Well, I'd be surprised